Speaking, we're talking about improving biology and redesigning organisms for beneficial purposes. It's going to allow us to not just edit genomes, but also, and importantly, write a new code.
We are confronted with so many crises simultaneously. What does it need to master the future? I think to have a platform where all stakeholders of global society.
Yes, welcome back. For some time, I have not done videos pertaining to World Economic Forum. Recently, they made an announcement. I don't know if you have seen. Breaking, World Economic Forum announces new mRNA technology they will use to edit and write your genome for beneficial purposes while having wide-level permissions and giving credit to mRNA COVAX for their mRNA code. I have a couple of clips. We are going to take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do so, and if possible, why not share this clip?
Speaking, we're talking about improving biology and redesigning organisms for beneficial purposes. It's going to allow us to not just edit genomes, but also, and importantly, write a new code for life. We'll have write-level permissions. We already started to see some of that this year. They make use of engineered code in the form of messenger RNA. What's on the horizon are diminished reality glasses that look very much like what I'm wearing, that would allow you to remove things from your point of view, from your view, whether that's garbage or other people.
Yes, this video is having over 1 million views on Twitter. Immediately, it came under backlash. Even Elon Musk is not happy. There is an article Fox News published. I don't know if you have seen.
And when you stop and think about it, it's pretty extraordinary that we, select group of human beings, because of whatever touched us at some point in our lives, are able to sit in a room and come together and actually talk about saving the planet. I mean, it's so almost extraterrestrial to think about, quote, saving the planet. And if you said that to most people, they think you're just a crazy tree-hugging, lefty, liberal, do-gooder, whatever, and there's no relationship. But really, that's where we are.
According to this article from Fox News, Elon Musk reaps satanic ESG as World Economic Forum meets and discusses controversial investment regime. Going down on this article, Elon Musk weighed in with his thought on the World Economic Forum plans to incorporate environmental, social, and governance or ESG criteria into investment strategy on Sunday, saying the S should stand for something else. The S in ESG stands for the satanic, the Twitter CEO tweeted. ESG criteria in its investment strategy to manage the foundation long-term strategy reserve. Looking at it here, you will see Elon Musk tweet the S in ESG stands for satanic. The tweet was in response to author and former California gubernatorial candidate Michael, who posted a series of tweets about the WEF Devos summit launch and rumor that the group is seeking global domination.
So what is really required now on the energy transition? And the thing that's missing is clear, permanent government goalposts. The one minimum thing that governments need to do, whether it's the Chinese government, the European Union government, African governments or the American government, and that's to set the rules that create an ecosystem for every company in the world to then make excellent decisions on the energy transition. First, obviously, a carbon price, not a pretend price, but a real carbon price that companies can know is not going to change. Companies need to know that the goalposts won't shift every year or every 3 years or every election cycle. So, and I think that's the one thing about the energy transition that we now absolutely have to set our minds to. We shouldn't let it become a partisan.
Looking at Davos this year, I realized some US lawmakers attended this summit. They are receiving massive backlash on Twitter. The Great Reset is something these people are fighting against. So sometimes doing videos touching this point can be detrimental to you. Reasons I decided just to report what I'm seeing on Twitter. Like you saw the woman speaking, according to this tweet, Oxford University professor who tells the World Economic Forum that every country need to implement a real carbon price to accelerate the energy transition. She made it clear. So every country, like she mentioned there, even Africa, they need to implement real carbon price to accelerate this transition. Klaus Scholl, I don't know if you saw the opening ceremony.
Good evening, and a very cordial welcome to the annual meeting 2023. I express this cordial welcome on behalf of the Board of Trustees and my colleague, Jorge Brend, is the President, and all the members of the Management Board, as well as all the people who are here to make your stay here enjoyable and productive. We couldn't meet at a more challenging time. We are confronted with so many crises simultaneously. What does it need to master the future? I think to have a platform where all stakeholders of global society are engaged. Governments, business, civil society, the young generation, and I could go on, I think is a first step to meet all the challenges.
I'm very often expressing myself, except now I have to explain why we have chosen this theme. But you never have heard from me political statements or economic statements which are, let's say, in any way influencing political personalities.
And come together and actually talk about saving the planet. I mean, it's so almost extraterrestrial to think about, quote, saving the planet. And if you said that to most people, they think you're just a crazy tree-hugging, lefty, liberal, do-gooder, whatever, and there's no relationship. But really, that's where we are.